Hi, I'm Susie Logan and I'm with Suziness Designs, and I'm tickled you're here today. Today I want to tell you what I did and what not to do, and so that you don't make the same mistake I did. Back in the end of May, I was going to go out of town for a few days, and I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I was working on my iPad and it was acting up. It was just, I was using my pen and my Apple Pencil, and it just wasn't doing right. It was acting up. So I thought, it's my Procreate app. I thought, how when you reboot computers, a lot of times when you reboot, it'll fix it. Well, I think I tried to reboot it a few times and I think it was still acting up. But anyway, what I did was I went out there and I deleted the Procreate app. Never, ever, 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 never, never delete the Procreate app, or you will be so sorry. I was going to say it'll make you cry. It did make me cry. I did really well after I did this and realized what I'd done. I looked at it as a new start, and I looked at it as I get to clean off my iPad and I get to, start organizing my files fresh for my Procreate files. So I cut myself some slack and I did not get all upset like I could have. I did have a lot of my files, since I have shops on Spoonflower and on Silhouette and stuff, I have files that I've uploaded to those stores. So I did have those out there that I could access. I just didn't have my backup files, and the things and I use a lot of layers in my designs. So I lost all those layers that I'd created within Procreate. And I lost things that I had been working on for years because, I forgot to tell you, when I deleted all that, not only did I delete it, but I also, when I did delete it, it told me that I hadn't backed up my iPad in 64 weeks. So, over a year, I hadn't backed up my iPad. I was really fortunate though, because last March, not this past March, the March before, I joined a program, Karina Gardner's Design Suite program. And when I joined that program, I had to learn how to use Adobe Illustrator. So I started using Adobe Illustrator a lot more than I was using Procreate. I had been doing everything in Procreate before, everything. But then since I was having to learn Illustrator, most of the files that I was creating were in Illustrator. So I was very fortunate that I had learned a different application, and that when I deleted it, at least I had not been using it as much over the year as I had. But it really hurt because I had lost all the brushes that I hadn't been using. But, I did have an iPad backup from that 64 weeks before. But let me tell you something about the backup, okay? When I went to go restore that backup, it was June 10th, because I had started it once and I didn't think it was downloading the data, so I started over. June 10th, I started downloading my data, and I was at 283.6 gigabytes of data that I was waiting for it to restore. And with that 283.6 gigabytes, I did a screenshot of it. And after I did a screenshot of it, the next day, I took another screenshot so that I could see if it had moved, because I couldn't, I've got a terrible memory. So I have to have physical proof for me to be able to tell what I did. So I took a screenshot of it, and after I took a screenshot, I did that every day until my data was all restored, okay? So every day I'd go out there and I'd take another screenshot. And it started off at 283.6 gigabytes of data. and that was on June 10th. Well, guess what? Guess what today is? Today is the day that it finally finished restoring my data. And you know what day is today? Today is July 12th. So it took over a month for my Procreate data to restore. And that was a long month. But the good thing is I was able to restore my data on my parents. I reformatted their iPad and started that brand new. And so I didn't have to do that all over, you know. I was able to work in Procreate even though I wasn't able to work in Procreate. You know, even though I wasn't able to work on Procreate on the thing I was restoring. So that really worked out well. So anyway, but I'm really tickled because I got all my brushes back. And if you're a Procreate person and you do brushes, you use brushes, I think you'll probably understand how special my brushes are to me. And not only are my brushes special to me, I mean, I have created so many brushes, and I had created so many, and I have not added all of them out there. I had intended on selling a bunch of them, and I just hadn't, you know, packaged them up and made them so that I could. And I lost all those brushes, but I restored them. And today I've been playing with those brushes, and it has been so much fun. I miss my brushes. And if you are a member of my Suzy VIP group, guess what? I'm gonna be sending you some brushes. I'm gonna be putting some out there in my shop, but on Etsy. But I'm also going to send my VIPs a couple of brushes probably. So y'all are gonna get something fun. And that's why, that's part of the reason why you haven't heard from me. It's because I've been waiting for my data to restore so that I could send you something fun. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that.